Hello and welcome in my kitchen. In this video, I'm going to compare Thermomix TM6 to brand new Thermomix TM7. Whether you already own a Thermomix and thinking about upgrading, or you're completely new and trying to decide which model is right for you, this video is going to help you, hopefully. The Thermomix TM6 is still available to purchase while the stock lasts, so we don't know how long this is going to be, but you still have an option to get it. So now is the perfect time to explore your options before making final decision. I own both machines and I'll be keeping Thermomix TM6 alongside the TM7 in my kitchen, and I'll explain why. So let's dive in and take a closer look to see how TM6 and TM7 compare. So here you can see both models side by side. As you can see, they're completely different design, okay? TM6 is white. This is a bit different. It's not the standard white that is on sale because it's my private one. So normally it would be all white, and this is black. That's the first difference. And they have completely different design. TM7 looks more sleek, even though they take quite the same space, but it looks, it doesn't look like it takes so much space. Let's look at the Varoma. So Varoma is the one used for steaming that sits on top. They both have the lid, the insert, and the deep dish. As you can see from the insert, TM7 Varoma, it's much bigger, even though it has the same footprint, but because of different shape, it is 45% bigger. So you can steam much more inside of it, but it is the same height and the same footprint. So as you can see, the height is nearly the same, and also the wide and the deep is the same, but TM7 Varoma, it's more rectangular, so that's why more space in it. Let's take it aside. Now the lid. Both Thermomix have the lids. This lid have a hole in it, and you need to have measuring cup inside, but also on TM6, when you cook over 95 degrees, you need to put simmering basket on top, or with high temperatures, you need to put splash guard on top. Okay, this is not needed in TM7. TM7 doesn't have a hole, so you can't look through the hole. That's the only downside some people have when they are used to TM6. And there is little cap that it's always on when you are not using Varoma. When you are using Varoma, you have to take it out, otherwise it's always on, so you don't have to swap. TM7 has automatic locking system, so it will detect when the lid is on. And TM6 has locking arms, so without the lid you are not able to turn it on. While TM7, you can cook without the lid as well, as it has new function, open cooking. And TM6 won't start without arms locked into position. Simmering basket, it's very similar in both, okay? It is a bit different design. This one is more black, but they both open. The only difference is a little hole in here that you can open with your spatula, okay? It's not here, so here you have to open manually. Well, maybe you could use this, but no. So this has new feature that you can open it this way. Of course, both of them can be taken out from the bowl with spatula. So spatulas are completely different in both models. TM6 one has a little ring, first because you can put it in while TM6 is working and you can help mix. So this will stop for blades for a spatula to touch the blades. In TM7 we don't have a hole, so we can't put it in, okay? But they both have a hook in here. So you use the hook to take out the simmering basket this way, and this way. When it comes to spatula, also because this ring here on TM6, when you put it on the surface, it won't touch the surface. But similar to TM7 one, you can put it this way and it won't touch the surface, but you can also just put it this way. Another extra function of TM7 spatula is this part. As we all know, when we have the dough inside of the Thermomix, to release it, you have to move the blades. I used to do it just with my fingers, but you can use the spatula. So you can push it in and you can move it. I found it easier with my fingers, honestly. Butterfly whisk. So they are very, very similar. The TM7 one have one more, it's a bit wider, I would say, even though it's not wider here, but has more parts in here, and it's a bit stronger, but it does the same job. Now the bowl. The bowl, even though it is the same size, there is big differences in the bowl. So TM6 bowl have a handle here, and it's all stainless steel, so when it gets hot, you can't touch it because it's hot. To open the bowl, you have to twist the bottom part and take the blade out. And that's it. Now let's have a look at the TM7 bowl. So now let's take a look at the TM7 bowl. So TM7 bowl has an outer case. So for us to take out the insert and the blades, we just have to push the lever. I can take out the blades. The blades are exactly the same in both models, so I can even swap them. And this is the bowl. So the bowl looks exactly the same, but it doesn't have the outside handle because it sits in, but it's generally the same. And the outer case, okay, has the hand. You can hold it even if it's hot, because the outer case, it's not getting hot, but because of it, it's a bit more heavy than the TM6. Let's put it together. It's very easy to put it back together. Now let's look at the base. So the scale is in the legs underneath in both models. So here it's 3 legs underneath, and the TM7 has scale in 2 legs. So because of that, we can't drag Thermomix on the surface. If you want to move it, you have to lift it and put it down with the TM6, or you can use the slider for TM6. With TM7, you don't need a slider anymore because the glider is built in. So when we look at the bottom of it, this white leg is the glider. So you have to lift the front so that those 2 legs don't touch the surface. So lift it a little bit and then you can slide it easily. Also, as you can see, the size of the screen, it's completely different. So TM7 has much bigger screen, so it's much easier to navigate. And I won't talk about the screen itself, as you can see all the details about the screen in my demo. If you would like to see complete demo of either TM6 or TM7, let me know and I will send it on to you.